What up? I'm Chica's Man. Welcome back to Only Talks, episode 49, something like that. I'm here with my co-host again, Alex. What up?
What's up, guys? Welcome to Only Talks. There's another week, exciting week. We do have a special guest here with us.
We do.
Can you introduce us, my man?
Absolutely. Geez, where do I begin? CEO, entrepreneur, VP, accounting, billing, YouTuber, podcaster, MC, you name it. And fellow butt licking advocate.
Absolutely. Advocate for the ass licking.
Drag queen superstar Jessica LaHua.
Hi, guys. Hi. Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
Of course. How are you? How are things?
Feeling really good. It's been a great week. I'm riding on a good high of energy and productivity, and I'm happy to be here because I've got a lot of energy. So, got to get it out.
Where's that energy coming from,
I have no idea, to be completely honest. I'm on the go, but once I sit down, I might fall asleep, like, just because I sat down. So we'll see how it goes.
Literally one of the busiest people I know right here.
Yeah?
Thanks. Yeah.
Wow. Why is it so busy?
I like to keep myself really busy. I'm one of those go, go, go kind of people, up by 6:30 in the morning and finish the day pretty strong, back to back.
And that's consistently
That's
every
pretty
day?
consistent every day, except for Mondays are like my off day, but usually that's where I catch up for the week.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's-
Well, what do you do from, like, as soon as you wake up? What's your day looking
yeah,
like?
gym is from 7 to 9 every single day, and then usually I have meetings and appointments from 10 to about 1. I go into painting my face early in the afternoon, depending on the day, depending on the shows and what other opportunities I'm working on. And then I go into evening shows. So I usually work Tuesday through Sunday every week.
And what kind of shows is that? Is that, like, tracks and stuff? Or is it
That's
just...
anywhere from like bingos, trivias, baby showers, graduation, funeral, whatever. Yeah, I'll do whatever.
Weddings.
I'm a yes girl.
Weddings, right? You done?
It wasn't actually a funeral, but I had somebody bring their grandma's ashes to a bingo, and so they wanted to celebrate her life with her ashes at bingo, and she won the grand prize. Fun fact, yeah, wild.
That's
I know,
crazy.
but I'm willing to do it all, and then come home, shower, smoke a fat blunt, and eat my heart out and start it all over.
Nice. And you said you did, like, wedding stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, what exactly do you do at the weddings?
I love doing what I call a triple threat, where I'm officiating the wedding, I'm emceeing like the progression of what the different parts of the wedding are, and then performing at it as well.
Oh, okay.
But those are like the main services. I've had people ask me to come and do a performance in replacement of their vows, which I thought was kind of interesting. So they didn't want to like tell each other how they loved each other. They're like, perform this song and listen to the lyrics. So I've done things like that. But
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, so no excuses. I mean, Jessica still finds time to go to the gym, and I got a whole bunch of free time, and I still don't go.
that's okay. Mine's mainly for energy and anxiety. If I don't go, I feel like I am too hyped up and overthinking.
So I kind of want to rewind here because this
Okay.
is my favorite part. I just want to know. Let's start from the beginning.
Okay.
Like where it all started, and where did you grow up here?
Yeah, so I grew up in Midwest, like Chicago suburbs. I say Chicago because everyone knows it, but the suburbs are like in the cornfields, half hour away from the school, half hour away from a grocery store kind of thing. Moved out here for 8th grade and stuck up until college. Went to CSU in Fort Collins, and that's where drag kind of played into the role. Started playing around at the university show and had my first gig at a creepy warehouse in Loveland called Suede that then flooded the show the next week after we performed there. And that's kind of where the birthplace was. So Fort Collins at Colorado State, into Suede in Loveland, and it changed from once a semester for their student show to once a month to once a week to a couple times a week to now full-time job. And it's just doesn't even feel like work. It's just so much fun. I love it. I wasn't out then, so I was terrified to let anybody know who I was out of drag, and I was terrified of anybody knowing that I did drag. It was a weird dynamic of playing different hats and roles because I was a very closeted human. So
You're talking when you were in Fort Collins?
yeah,
Okay.
I mean, my first drag performance, I was so scared. I almost broke my friend's hand, but I bruised all of her knuckles because I was so scared. I
wow.
punctured my friend in the back when I stepped on her because I stepped on her wrong when I was doing a trick, and it was a mess. But everyone at university shows are so encouraging that it makes you feel like you could take a shit on the stage and everyone would still love it.
So you grew up in Chicago?
Chicago suburbs, and then moved out here for high school and
Okay,
college.
like
and
the
stayed.
South? Like, you said it was like the farms and all that.
Yeah, very corn. Very Midwest classic, drive through the cornfields to get to the neighborhood kind of thing. Yeah.
And in Fort Collins, I got something to say. See you. It's better
Oh,
than Fort
no.
Collins.
Oh, no.
I don't know.
I don't really like CSU that much either, so
Oh, okay.
I'm okay with the Buffalo.
It's because they just played last week.
Oh, they
so
lost
that's why.
bad too.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what any of that means.
Wow, bud.
Sports ball.
Yeah.
You said your name's Jessica Lahore, right?
Lahore.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what is like your real name? Like, if that's okay.
That's
for
fine.
us.
My real name is Zachary Sullivan.
Zachary.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you just grew up like you knew already, like you were different from everybody else, right? And you just hid that from people.
No,
or?
I was so Catholically raised
Catholic,
that
okay.
like not even knowing that queerness was a thing at all until high school.
Oh,
and
okay.
a boy was like, "I think you're cute." I was like, "That's a thing. You can actually make that work." But if I look past, there were so many gay ass moments that I had at sleepovers and things that I didn't really realize were probably leading up to that moment. But no, had no idea about any of it. Didn't even like drag at one point. Didn't want to dress up because I thought it was weird. I called drag gross. I called drag disgusting at one point, and then played around with it. Fell in love with it. Realized that it just felt right. It just fit in.
And that's pretty like impactful. Like Catholics, like I'm Catholic, and it's like you're raised like completely differently.
Very
and
different.
Like it's harsh. Like sometimes because your parents see it a different way, and then you grow up and you see things completely different. So
Absolutely.
For you to like come out like that and change what you want, that's good.
It was the best thing coming out. It was very late. Like I was probably like 3 years into drag before I came out to everybody, and it was probably the hardest and most wonderful thing ever. That kind of like you said, like you can actually just be everything that you thought that you were when you were growing up that your parents couldn't know about.
Are you talking about your family?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, wait, you did 3 years of drag?
Three years of drag. I was 3 years in before I came out to the drag world and my family about everything. I told my mom I was an entertainer and she cried because she thought I was a stripper. I think that she now wishes that I was a stripper and not a drag queen.
Magic Mike.
I know. Hey. Now I'm Magic Michelle.
Hey,
Magic Michelle.
Shout out. If you don't mind me asking, are you okay with your family now?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
so when I came out, my dad we have not spoken or anything. It's probably 5.5 years now.
Really?
My mother and I lost our relationship probably about 3 years ago. She tried really hard to make it work, and it just didn't work, and stepped aside. My sisters are amazing and supportive. I have extended family that's amazing and supportive, but my parents live maybe 7 minutes from this spot right here.
Oh, really?
My parents live just down the street. Super, super down the street. And yeah, I haven't seen them in a very long time. Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that, but
See,
if you
people-
guys still got people like your sister, you said that, that's amazing.
That's everyone says sorry, and I appreciate the sentiment, but they're just as much of adults as I'm an adult, and I'm not actively making a choice not to be part of their life. It's the other way around. So fuck that shit.
Wait, so you're gay?
I'm a very queer, loving human. I don't look very gay, but I am queer as hell.
Nice.
What's the difference?
Gay. Queer means that I like it all. Whatever you rockin', baby, let's play.
Oh,
I
dang.
like titties, ass, vajayjay.
Oh, that's everything?
Dick. I like it all. Come on.
Oh, shit. See, I didn't fucking know that.
I mean, everybody identifies different, but that's what queer means for me.
Oh.
Non-binary queer means I show up every day however I feel like, regardless of like being a guy, girl, how I want to dress. Every day's different for me. I show up just as me, and then queer means I just love people.
Oh, see, that's something I fucking learned today.
Yeah.
Like,
Are
I did
you?
not know that.
Hey.
Are you queer?
No.
I think everybody's a little queer. Just a little bit.
Well, Alex is straight,
I'm straight.
and I just know, $20 bill's a $20 bill, so whatever comes my way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll mama bird a shot in your mouth for $20.
Hey. So you recently went viral.
Yeah.
I went.
Oh God.
Oh my goodness! I need to because
Yeah.
I was telling him, I'm like, we got her just in time.
Yeah, this is the best time. Everybody's so happy content is being pushed out now.
Yeah.
And I just saw the video literally before you got maybe like 15 minutes before. He showed me the video, and I was like, wow.
It's wild. You have to think this too as content creators, that you have things that take off that people like for whatever reason more than like things that you work really hard on or like you could spend hours of editing on, and it doesn't get the same response. So then I post like a video like the Little Mermaid one, and that was from like 2018. And I've been doing that number for a very long time. I've posted it so many times, but that particular video decided to take off. The Christian lady decided to take off. I don't know why, but it just did. And
That's crazy. Like the thing
in
that
a
you
month.
least expect.
Yeah.
it blows up, you know?
It blew up within a week, but now we're a month later, and I think it was I had an eyelash video that I didn't even know took off until I have a marketing team, and they messaged me and said, "Oh, your eyelash video is almost at 1 million views." And I said, what? I didn't even notice that, and it just took off for whatever reason.
Wow.
I don't get it.
That's pretty amazing. You just said you had a marketing.
Yeah,
So
I
how does that
hired
work?
a year ago. So I've been doing drag 10 years as
Mm-hmm.
of July, and when I was year 9 in, I was the producer, marketing. I created everything. I outsourced what I needed to, but I did everything.
And it's stressful, huh?
By myself, and it's stressful. And it's not that I got tired of doing it. I found that when I trusted, I'm a control freak, other people with parts of my business, I was able to invest more of my time on the business while those parts ran smoothly. So a year ago, I decided to look for a social media marketing team, and that was the best decision ever. Tried him out for 4 months, hired him full time in January. I did the same thing with the publicist, tried her out for 4 months, loved the work that we did, hired her full time in January. Personal assistant, same thing a year ago. So this last year of my decade of drag has been the hardest, the most rewarding, but also the most productive because it's essentially 3 or 4 people, 4 Jessicas working simultaneously on different things to help make life easier.
So that's amazing.
An investment, but for wholeheartedly the best investment I've ever made in my life.
That's fucking amazing. Like,
Yeah.
because we're hitting about that year mark, because we just started, like, literally, it was 49 weeks now, and we're thinking about, like, getting people to hire and, like, do our shit, because we do everything, us, so.
And the thing is, you approve everything. You're still the boss. You still see what is being edited before it goes out. You help learn, like, the growing pains. 4 months of us learning how to work together, what my style is, what your aesthetic is, how do I translate what my vision is while you also have the capacity to do so. And that's why we tried it out, because it takes a lot of learning of each other. And
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But it was worth it.
Yeah, I give this guy props, because he has... I don't know if you've seen his drawings and stuff.
Oh,
Like, this
yeah,
guy's...
absolutely a huge fan.
And I give him all the props, and he showed me a lot of things of editing and stuff, and it does take a lot of time, you know, for an hour of episode, 8-9 hours sometimes, man. And it's like, what the fuck? Like,
And then you think, what can I do with that 8 or 9 hours? I could book next guests. Maybe I could look at sponsorships,
Yeah,
whatever. But
definitely.
You're worried about creating the content. The other thing for me is when I was trying to launch social media for years before COVID, I think every content creator falls into it where you can't keep up. Mm-hmm. Oh, I have to release every week. I have to do this. And so we spent the 4 to 5 months of last year creating content and not releasing anything until the start. So I was 5 months ahead. So that I'm not behind in creating content. I always have content in the back burner, ready to push out.
See,
and I'm creating new content as that is coming out.
That's
It's
good.
a cycle. I'm not stressed. If I have to miss a week, I can miss a week. People are still getting their regular release dates, but if I'm not filming that day, that's okay, but I'm ahead of schedule.
see, that's good. And we've done it where just 2 weeks ahead. That's it, right? But yeah, 5 weeks. That's
5 months.
oh, five months. Oh, snaps.
August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, 5 months of working with this team, of creating content, developing relationship, and then full time. And we started launching the new YouTube channel, the new podcast, a system for TikTok, and the website got released and all that stuff too.
So I have seen your TikTok and stuff. How does that go? Like, I actually see you, like, actually go out in public and just stand there and just talk to people. Like, how's that process? Like, do you just literally just say, "Hey, you come here," or you just someone walks by?
I stand there. People are drawn to come and chat depending on, like, what I'm wearing or just in general. But I do tell them I've got money to give out, dollars in there. Like, I'm going to give you cash to talk to me.
Oh, okay.
So that's an incentive. But we've done it 5 times. It's been wonderful. Only one time we've had like a scarier moment where we were concerned for safety, but
Really?
otherwise everybody has been really kind and more than not asking actual intuitive questions, not just like, what's your favorite wig? Do you like the color blue? And I'm like, you don't get $1 for that. I started getting cheap, and I was like, I have to determine if it's a good question, because I had some lady come up and be like, tell me your favorite number. Do you like your left eye or your right eye? Stupid.
Yeah. And can you tell us about that bad experience, if that's okay?
Yeah, it was more so the individual behind was acting out towards security and people that were just crossing by. And so it was just somebody outside of Union Station that was very unhappy with the treatment that they deserved, but they were throwing things and they were barking at security and they were swearing and cussing and using terrible language and so it was more so like we moved to the side. We didn't have a bad interaction, but we just tried not to draw attention to what we were doing.
And that's your spot, Union Station?
For right now, we're trying this Sunday, depending on when this airs, but our next location that we're going to try is the Pavilions, like outside of a mall.
Oh, okay.
So we've done 1 Hamburger Mary's, 3 at Union Station, and then we'll do 1 at the mall and see the different responses.
I just feel like Union Station's like that's where the most people are, but I'm not sure. Maybe
it's such a variety of people.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming in and out to work. Everyone's from different backgrounds. It's a hub, so it's really nice that you get tons of different people.
So that's pretty good. You literally are busy 24/7, pretty much.
She's a whole brand.
I'm
She's
working.
good.
Yeah, that's.
Now, speaking of which, so is there something you do that is almost like, I guess it could be the gym, but
Yeah.
like, how do you not go
Overwhelmed?
crazy?
Go crazy?
Yeah.
I'm surprisingly really good at time management. I unfortunately schedule everything in my life, but I take trips. So I'm determined to take 1 weekend off a month this year, excluding June. It usually doesn't work out that way for June. But vacations, taking time off with me, I really do schedule out time with my friends a month in advance. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm like, I have an hour on this day. Let me come and see you for coffee. So I really try to make an effort. Part of refilling my cup is being around people and still having connection with actual friends. I think the drag world can get blurry when you're people forget that you're a human underneath, or that a lot of people like to use the excuse that I'm too busy to see them. So I try to make the extra effort to show that I can do it. But I do hip hop dance, pole dancing classes. Those are fun to me. Those are ways that I don't go crazy. I love cooking. I cook dinner for myself at the end of the day. I really enjoy traveling. I love experiencing new things. I'm super adventurous, from jumping out of a plane to paragliding to hiking and more. Like, I just want to live life. I want to get it all in.
So you're like pretty big in the drag queen then, right?
I would
Is that
say
my
I
understanding?
would say locally. I would say
Like
that
everybody,
I'm
like,
well.
you know who Jessica Lahore is.
I'm more well known locally. I would say. I would say, depending on what we're talking about nationally, there's some recognition, but not in the comparison like a Drag Race, Dragula, Camp Wanakiki kind of level.
Okay, I'm not sure what that.
Those are just
like
other
nationwide?
drag competitions and stuff like that give you a huge visibility. So I'm well known locally, I'd say, for the most part, and then I'm known around the country, but not in the way of like, oh my god, everybody knows me, and I could walk down the street and 30 people want to stop me for not like that.
Okay, because he did show me a TV show. I don't know what that was, but it was like drag queens and stuff.
Oh, that was
Race?
RuPaul.
Yeah.
That was
RuPaul.
RuPaul? Okay. So you haven't gone to that stuff?
No,
like,
I've not
anything?
done anything like that.
Okay. Have you been offered something like that yet? Or
I wish it was an offered kind of thing, at least not for me. Pretty much thousands and thousands of people audition and apply with a video, and they select anywhere from 12 to 16 depending on the season, and if you're lucky, then it's almost instant fame within 7 months.
Really?
As soon as you're rumored, you're already a little famous. If it's confirmed, you blow up, and within the first couple of episodes, within the first year of your season that you've aired, you go to stardom. Now, different levels. I'd say like local celebrity statuses is the same as like Drag Race or international drag statuses. So you have like Alaska Thunderfuck is a drag queen, and she's got millions of followers. But then you have someone like Dita Ritz, who's only got a couple 100,000. So there's different tiers of notoriety.
Oh, snap. So what's that girl that or guy that lives in Wyoming that does that drag queen stuff? God, I don't remember. Yeah. Remember I told you about her? That we were going to send her a message? You know? I don't remember.
He said,
A drag queen?
Yeah. She like hooks up with like NBA players and like...
Oh, that's not
that's
a drag.
just Jeffree Star.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, they're not a
that
drag
guy-
queen.
Oh, it's not drag?
They're not drag.
Oh.
They're just super, super gay looking. super femme that is a flaming homosexual.
Oh, okay. I
Yes.
didn't know. Yeah, Jeffrey.
That's funny. Yeah, yeah. That's like, threw me off with the drag queen. I'm like, no.
I was like, drag queen in Wyoming. Good luck to her. I would have remembered her.
I thought because, you know, she puts wigs.
She might
and
as
all
well be
that.
a drag queen,
Right.
but she is not a drag queen.
Oh, dang, see? I don't... I'm learning new things every day.
So is that where you do? Is that? Would you say that's one of your goals? Is to be on one of those shows? Or where do you see yourself?
Drag race is an option. I don't think you can logically excuse it if you are in the professional world of drag. It is such an opportunity that if you got it, you probably wouldn't say no to it. However, years ago, I've auditioned several times. One year I auditioned and I got contacted with producers. They asked for additional content from me, and I got very much in my head of like, oh my god, this is gonna happen. They like talked to me, and I told people. I got excited, got my hopes up. I canceled shows, and it didn't. It was a waiting game. It pretty much was a loss of business. It hit me depression wise so hard that moving forward, had I audition, if I chose to audition, or just opportunity in general, I was not going to put my eggs in one basket. My focus wasn't on a certain goal. My goal was to focus on every day progressing my business. And as that progresses, I'm hoping opportunity will come my way while I'm working towards it. Drag race sounds amazing. Will I probably audition again? Absolutely. But it is not something, it's something I would audition for, leave alone, and if I get a call, I get a call. And if I don't, then I'm continuing to do the work that I'm doing. I'm not putting it on hold for anybody. But I'm a strong believer in trying to find weird ways to get that same notoriety. I guess I did the same thing with Drag Olympics or Ultimate Queen here in Denver. I didn't participate, not because I didn't want to, but it didn't work with my life and my schedule. It's a local competition, kind of like Drag Race for locals. And by the time that I came around to be interested or available, I was kind of in a different experience level with what I was doing with Jessica Lahore at the time, so I just never competed. It'd be really cool to have something blow up like this church lady, and then all of a sudden I got 3 million followers, and I'm on a TV show that isn't Drag Race. That'd be amazing, but how likely? Not so likely. But we manifest that shit. We manifest something. Something big is going to happen in the next year. I feel it in my gut since January 1st.
Do you see yourself in Dragula?
I would fail miserably.
Which is like,
what's that?
Just like it's like the horror. It's
It's
the horror
like
version
Human
of,
Centipede of Drag Race.
Oh.
It is like scary and disgusting and wonderful and
Wait, eating ass?
some of them, yeah,
Hell yeah.
yeah. Some of them shit on each other too. Just depends on who's competing.
Yeah.
What the challenge is.
Hey, you have to shit on this person to win.
Yeah, someone pulled a crucifix out their ass one season.
No
one bitch made herself
way.
throw up. One person drank piss. Like it's shit happens on this show. You think we're joking?
Is that for real? For real?
Like that video, that dude that was smelling things in the dark.
Oh,
He
he's like,
smelled
it smells like ass.
And he's like, ding.
How'd you guess?
That bad? It's like that? Like it goes
It's
that
not
extreme?
bad. It's just it's that extreme. Yeah.
Oh my
it's
God.
it's like finding the next drag super monster.
Oh,
So
yeah, don't do that.
I don't think I would be successful. I could pull out some really cool, fun looks. I think they would be really good, challenging, but I would not be a winner.
Yeah, because the first, I mean,
You'd fucking win.
like all the like most drag queens, you first see them on social media, and I think that was the same with you. I would hear your name all the time and like see you in posts and shows and stuff. But the first time I actually saw you was 2008, no, 17. It was Drag Nation Halloween. And I
Okay.
think you did Beetlejuice.
Yeah, I did do Beetlejuice.
I went there because Dorothy Thor was there, and I was kind of living for her at the time. But that's why I was asking, because she did Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
Look, and I was like,
I can do spooky things. I like doing spooky, but it's not my brand. My brand is also I come and show up however I want to, and it's like my day. If I show up spooky, if I show up glamorous, if I show up clown looking, comedic, whatever it is, that's the shtick for the day.
and then that's how you guys met? It was that year, and then you
No,
just went up and talked to her, or how
no,
did
that's
that
the
happen?
first time I saw her perform
okay.
live.
So how do you
I
guys-
think we met like a year after that.
We've met a couple times at shows, just saying hi, supporting, knowing each other from online. You were really nice and created an artwork for me and surprised me with that I loved.
So he drew you then?
He drew me as Miley Cyrus, and I still have all the artwork, and I'm working on merch forever. It'll come out one day, but yeah, he drew me as like Miley Cyrus with my bear. My bear's all like ready to fight with me. It's great.
Oh yeah, it's when I did that whole series.
Okay.
The little fighter, like the Super Smash series or whatever.
Yeah.
Choose your character.
the queer combat.
Yeah, quick combat.
Oh. And then for those auditions, what do they ask for you to like go into those TV shows and stuff? Do they?
For this one, no more than a 20-minute video. They ask you to present 14 to 16 different looks. They ask you to do 3 Snatch Game characters or 3 impersonations of celebrities. They ask you to do an in-person interview or in-drag interview, out-of-drag interview, a performance to a RuPaul song, a performance to one of your favorite songs. Sometimes they have you craft something to show your skill set for crafting. You have to do an acting scene sometimes. You show special talents. You just try to sell yourself. Okay. 20 minutes or less.
So that was pretty much what you did for that one person, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I helped them. Yeah, that's what I was helping them with their audition.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I was like, there was like literally, like you said, 16 or like 15 different things they had to do.
Like I'll get random messages. I'm like, hey, can you send me the videos from this and this from like different?
Pretty much have 20 minutes to impress them, and I'd argue the first 3 minutes to actually gain their attention. I don't know what they look for.
Yeah,
I don't know criteria. A lot of the queens will release their audition tapes afterwards, and you can watch them, and they're all very different. They follow the guidelines, but everyone is very different, and you're just sitting there wondering what they're looking for. Right now, I feel like they're looking more towards personalities to fill character roles.
So, like, they'll try to get, like, someone that's an asshole onto the TV
The
show,
villain,
and then a villain, and then a nice person.
A body queen, a model fashion queen, a funny queen, a spooky queen, an old bitch, a big bitch.
There's old bitches in drag queen, too?
This is, yeah.
What?
I think the oldest one was 54 or 55.
In Guinness or just locally?
No, in Drag Race.
Oh, in Drag Race, yes. I was going to say the Guinness Book of World Record oldest living drag queen was 96.
Holy
and
shit.
she was performing her name was Darcel, and she performed and owned her own club for over 50 years.
Dang.
That's crazy. So what would you say your proudest moment so far has been?
Wow.
I know you probably have a lot.
That's a really loaded question.
Or at least like something that you think of that's like, like I'll do that. Like I want to do that again. Or
Yeah, honestly, starting I started and produced an all ages drag show, the Drag for All Ages show at Mile High Comics, and what I loved about it is that every month we get about 300 to 400 people to show up to support a bunch of kids that never had a space to feel like themselves, and we had kids that were, we had folks of as young as 3 or 4 with their siblings or with their parents. We had kids that were struggling with identities, trans individual kids. It just was a great experience to teach kids that they could have a safe space to invest back into something they're passionate about. Really crafty, just an awesome experience. It kind of died off because of COVID and it didn't pick back up. But I love that it was a comic book shop. It was a fundraiser. We raised money. And we got a big turnout. It was probably one of the most rewarding things that I've done.
So you said you had kids go up to you and like just they were confused about what?
No, just at the end of the show. So we would have people perform or come to watch, and a lot of parents and even kids would say, you know, they get picked on in school or they don't even like going to school. And here they can wear a skirt and they feel comfortable and they're safe to wear a skirt here. They have friends here, but they don't have friends at school. They feel safe here to get up on stage, but they're at home, they're so shy. But here, they're extroverted. It's just really cool to see what each family experiences.
What would you say is your biggest pet peeve in drag?
Oh, in drag? Lack of communication. I don't care if you're late. I don't care if you have to cancel. I don't care if you just don't want to show up. Just communicate with me what you need. I really, even today, I was trying to keep tabs and tracks. Like, just tell me what you need. I can't read your mind, but don't lie to me about it either. I'd rather somebody come to me and say, hey, I can't make it to the show tonight. I'm having a bad mental health day. I can't get my life together. Rather than say, oh, I'm sick and I have to go to the hospital. And then I see them on social media getting fucked up with their friends instead, which has happened many times. Yeah, communication is a big thing. There's a lot of people that don't communicate with me about their issues with me or how I run things or communicate with what they need for the show, or I've never reached out to them, but they've never reached out to me, and it's all because of communication. Communication can solve nothing. What is it? Closed mouths don't get fed kind of thing. I can't fix any kind of issue or talk about any kind of problem that you might have if you don't communicate it. I can't put you in a different spot in the lineup, or I can't rebook you for another show if you don't tell me what you need and you just aren't showing up today. Communication. Biggest pet peeve. Lack of communication.
Communication literally like ruins things for other people, you know? It's just literally just talking and just saying what you need or what you want, you know?
Exactly. Just chat.
And I actually have another question. Where did the name Jessica Lahore?
Jessica is my favorite girl's name. I dated a lot of girls, and I almost named my first daughter Jessica, but that's weird. We're not going to do that. And then I wanted my persona to be Jessica Rabbit. So the idea that when she walks out, people were just in awe. They stopped. They stared at her. She's beautiful. And then I chose Lahore. I'm a super sex positive person. In college, I got around just like many other people did. And I was anti slut shaming. So I said whore, looked it up. There are other Lahores in the world. I did the L apostrophe because it's a French grammatical thing. Took the E off, and I say I'm illiterate. So Lahore. And I say the L stands for loose, but it does not. Just a loose whore.
And this came up in Fort Collins.
All in Fort Collins, and I stuck with it. For about 3 weeks, I was Jessica Von D. Lahore because I joined a drag family, and it just wasn't for me. The mother did not do anything for me, and everyone kept calling me Vondola. They kept calling me Jessica Vonda Lahore, and I was very uncomfortable with that.
You did mention something about like mothers and stuff with the drag, community, that they have someone to look up to, right?
Yeah, Jessica's.
I'm a mother. I have.
Oh, you're a mother.
I've got 3 kids. I don't have a mother, but I have a lot of sisters, a lot of aunties. But I have 3 kids. One is 14 that I met at an all ages show years ago, and then 2 old bald bitches, Talia and Foxy.
2 old bald bitches.
My bald bitches.
So they just come up to you if they have problems, and then you just.
We have a group chat. We talk about all of our issues, give advice, help each other out, produce shows together, hang out as friends. It's more than just like a drag thing. So work out together, go on adventures together.
And that's just, is it women and men, or is it just
anybody?
And like I'm saying, like your kids.
2 cisgender men and then 1 cis little girl.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's the 14-year-old one. Okay. So how's that happen? They want to dress up as men, or?
She wants to be a queen.
Oh, a queen?
So
okay.
if you are a cis woman or if you are a female, you can still be a drag queen.
Oh, see.
You can do anything from hyper feminine makeup, like I'm doing, to masculine makeup, which is more on the king side, or a blend, more an androgynous side of it too. But in my house, or my perception of drag, I don't care what you wear as long as you're having fun, entertaining, and you're committed to it. But yeah, she's very crafty, very talented.
So I love horror stories.
Yeah.
Can you tell me one of yours?
One of my horror stories. Oh my god, I can. I think it's more funny. It's a drunk horror story. Does that count? It doesn't have to be scary, but it can be scary to you.
Oh no, anything.
I unfortunately like to push the limits with my going to the bathroom when I'm in drag, and I decided back in the day I didn't wear pads, so I just had my bare ass out, and I was going to a photo shoot downtown. And I stopped at my sister Lala Queen's bingo at Broadway's, which is now Vibe, and had a couple drinks, too many mimosas. I went to go pee at the urinal, swaying, very fucked up, and I pushed too hard and I shit myself. Completely shit myself, and I don't have pads on. I just like full on shit myself. And I'm trying to leave the venue really quick because I have to go to a photo shoot. And my sister Lala makes me play the game, and she's not listening to me. So somebody's trying to give me a lap dance while I have shit going on. And then they put their head under my dress, and I start smacking the shit out of them because they're under my skirt. I've got crap in my pants, and I'm a little fucked up. And then I'm like, finally he left, he got out of there, I got out of the venue, I go to the photo shoot. I'm dousing myself in perfume, I'm getting corseted in, and thankfully we did the photo shoot in the alley in the dumpsters, so you couldn't really smell anything anyway.
Oh, that's pretty bad.
I have a lot of shitting and pissing stories, unfortunately. I Madeline Hatter from Dragula. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we shared a cab together because I broke my heel during her show, got too fucked up, and pissed myself, and then didn't pay for my half of the cab. So then I...
Oh my god!
I wish I didn't have so many, but at this point I've just gotten used to it.
Yeah, you're a real trooper. I would have been like, fucking peace. I took a shit.
So
damn.
Was it like a full on shit, or like you shot yourself?
Full on shit.
Hot.
Dang.
Yeah.
You must have had to piss really hard, and you just pushed.
Apparently, or I was just drunk and stupid. Never trust a push.
The alcohol
true.
runs.
You had one of those moments too, huh?
Oh, several.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, except I didn't have obligations.
Yes, right. You just go home.
I could just go, take care of it.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. My digestive system's fucked.
Dude, that's the thing that always scares me when I was like younger. Would go downtown and go to the bars and stuff. I'm like, fuck, like these bathrooms are disgusting. Like I don't want to shit here.
Yeah.
And I have a stomach issue, so when I get nervous, I have to go shit, you know. And I'm like, fuck, I don't want to shit here. So I usually don't hardly ever go downtown. And you know, my cousin's back here, and he knows how I am. So there's a couple times like I sprinted from like Coors Field to Union Station.
Oh my
like
gosh.
a full on sprint because I had to go shit.
Was she there?
I don't know.
I'm not sprinting, that's for sure. I'm not moving fast. If I move fast, it's over for me.
Yeah, so I was like, fuck. Like, I wouldn't be able to do what you did if you just like that's.
Well, the thing is, I'm in pads usually, so on Saturdays and Sundays, I usually don't pee for the day.
Yeah.
I pee at 8 a.m. and then I pee at 3 a.m. when the day is over
What
on Saturdays and on Sundays, almost every single weekend.
Yeah, I did see you put. How many hours was it?
22 hours, 21 to 22 hours tucked was the longest I've ever spent tucked. Without going pee, without going to the bathroom, 21, 22 hours.
I don't know. You was telling me that when you tape your junk, right?
You can. Not everyone tapes, but you can tape, yeah.
He was telling me like they literally like tape it back.
Like
And I'm
Mariah, who's like a body queen, what we say, you don't wear pads, you have to tape everything.
Yeah?
Because you're walking around naked with like some bejewels, like some vajazzle.
because I'm like, fuck, like that would hurt. Like it, unless you just get used to it.
You get used to it as long as there's no bubble gum, which means like a little bit of the ball sack pops out. It looks like chewed up bubble gum and it gets twisted and pulled. You know, like if you look underneath the table at like a coffee house, like chewed up bubble gum, that's like when part of your scrotum hangs out, but not your testicles. Your testicles are still inside of you, but the scrotum just comes out and flaps and says hello.
I actually have a video. I'll show you what it looks like.
What?
Yeah, we got plenty.
Yeah,
Dang.
that's funny. So, unrelated question, but I just want to get your opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think the alien in Mexico is real, or is that a hoax?
I do think it's real. I don't know. What a big thing to make a hoax up about. Like, I mean, that you're really going the extra mile. People will find out if it's fake at some point, even if you're making it up. Great attention, but yeah, I think it's real. I don't know if it's an alien, but I think it's something. It's something.
I agree too. Like a couple episodes ago, we talked about like other life outside of our universe. You know, like there has to be. We're not the only ones living. You know.
I think there's more out there.
Yeah, and now I don't know if you've seen like that meme, like where the Mexicans like make a tamale, but they put the little alien inside.
Oh
the
my
tamale.
God! Stop.
Yeah.
I saw that. Is it cake? The
I saw the
Mexican
cake.
alien.
I'm sure they have some shit that's in there, like just they don't want the world to know yet.
That's what I'm saying, and I don't blame them. The other scientists are like, you should open it up for everyone to look at. Yeah, how much has that worked out in history when you allow people in the U.S. to get your hands on something that you find, they destroy it and they take advantage of it and then they upcharge it and capitalize it or whatever. Keep it in Mexico. Do your research, figure it out, and then release it when you want to.
Yeah.
Greedy bitches.
It's true, because you know how much technology we have nowadays. Anybody, you know, is smart motherfucker, just go in there and just like
Exactly.
hack and do
Don't
whatever
listen.
he wants. You know,
Take your time with it. Yeah.
So, what's next for you, Jessica Lahore?
Today or in life or in general.
Yeah, everything.
Today I'm going to a private event to do a Taylor Swift party. After this, then I'm doing a trivia at Illegal Pete's. Then I'm going to El Patro's for the night show. So I've got 3 more today, but in general, look forward to the 5th annual Divas next year. It's
That's what I was. Yeah, that's
probably going to be my last Divas that I produce. I've done it 5 years. I think it's time.
So just so everybody knows what we're talking about. She's the brains behind the biggest local award.
the Drag Initiative and Variety Awards. So it's a queer celebration. Try to invite everybody from different venues to one night of celebration where people vote and we give out recognition and stuff like that. So
okay.
Like the Oscars.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
I think that it'll be my last year doing it, so that's going to happen next year. And then hopefully at the same time, I released at the beginning of COVID a drag competition Colorado's next drag superstar. And obviously COVID shut everything down, so that has not been come back up. But I really want to bring it back next year with a $15,000 prize package.
Which I hope you'll keep me in mind for again.
It'll be a 10, yeah, of course. It'll be a 10 grand cash and then $5,000 in prizes for the winner is really what I'd like to do. And I want it to be where the Mariahs, the Crystals, the Electras, the Andreas, the Mias, the Bootsies, the people that we put in certain categories that are usually judges to be enticed enough, the felonies to compete against each other. That's the idea. Weekly prizes that are valued for what you're putting in. That's the hardest thing. Our local competitions do not support the people competing at all. They take advantage of the fact that they're willing to put their art out for free almost every single week, and I don't like that. They're too long. Mm-hmm. I love Ultimate Queen. I love the Drag Olympics so much, but I think it's too long for a new entertainer to invest so much, especially if you're a struggling entertainer.
Yeah, I was really looking forward to that before COVID. This all happened before COVID, and then they shut
it down. So I'm hoping to bring that back and release that announcement at the 5th annual Divas is the idea.
And then I heard you say you're going to Taylor Swift thing that you're doing, right?
Yeah, Do
you know who Travis Kelce is?
Don't know who that is.
Oh, man.
Sorry.
Well, apparently Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are dating.
I don't know who that is.
I don't know.
No,
I don't know.
he's a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, that's why.
All I heard was tight end.
Tight end?
That's all I heard.
Tight end. Apparently, they saw them together coming out of Jacksonville together. So,
We'll see.
Travis,
Scandal.
Taylor Swift. She ain't gonna give you no money. She's a billionaire, bud.
She is perfectly fine without you. Don't fuck it up.
That just fucking threw everybody off, huh?
And just a little bit. I didn't know you knew that Taylor Swift knowledge. I learned something today too.
So Jessica, I know we're kind of on a time crunch here. Where can we find you?
You can find my schedule and the events that I do at www.jessicalahore.com, LWHOR, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Threads, Facebook X, sorry, the gay dating app X now. I'm pretty much all over the place. So, and then I post my schedule every month.
Cool.
Do you have anything else, bud?
No, I've learned a lot of things today.
I think she owes you like $15 by now.
Oh, that's true.
Owes me $15?
Yeah, you asked a lot of questions. I
did ask a lot of questions, and I didn't even notice, huh?
I owe you. I'll send it in pennies.
I know, right?
Venmo.
Well, Jessica Lahore, I just want to thank you for stopping by, hanging out with us. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you for having me. Seriously, guys.
I hope you can...
Whoa, bud.
I thought you were queer.
No.
Get off
Fuck
me.
out of me.
It's like, but no, yeah, thank you for hanging out with us and spending. Hopefully we can do this again sometime.
Absolutely. I'll have to come out of drag next time.
Yeah.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
I look like a potato.
Yeah, because you do stuff out of drag too, right?
Yes, I just signed in May with a company, so that'll be really cool.
Nice,
We'll talk about it.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You're welcome anytime on the show. And like we said, we're going to do something for the whole month of October. Yeah. Maybe you're welcome to come if you have time. So
Sweet.
Thanks, my co-host, Alex. Thanks, my producer, Oscar, in the back. Shout out. Psych. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in. You already know, follow Jessica Lahore on all social media platforms, especially Threads.
Hate Threads.
But we'll see you next time. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and send us the nudes. Dick pics, please. Tight end.
you can send the tight end and the dick pics to their personal stuff.
Send me some titties. I like titties.
Hashtag tight end. That's our
yes,
hashtag.
thank you guys for joining us on our Only Talks pod. And thank you again for joining us. And thank you guys. We'll see you next week. Bye.